Hello, my dears and darlings. How's everyone this morning? It's a beautiful day here in Florida, and I'm out here with my worms off wheels, my Oblong Planter. I have one over here that I'm doing the graduated, moving the worms over to a corner, and this is the one that I want to see if I really stay diligent on feeding it heavily and just turning to see if I can get maybe a couple thousand worms in here. And I'm not going to actually count, one potato, two potato, one worm, two worms, but I think I should be able to get a pretty fair judge on just how it looks and any worm balls, what have you. So it has been 2 weeks. I was hoping to do this after a week, but it has been 2 weeks. And I keep these little trays here just to keep the sun from hitting the surface of this directly, and yet it is still getting ventilation and what have you. Boy, right before the hurricane, I had 8 tree frogs, and some of them were not tree frogs. Some of them were, I don't want to call anybody names, but they look like a bunch of toads. And I had 6 of them here on the back porch, and I noticed that they're sitting like in here. So I'm assuming that this is like a refuge, and also if there's any bugs or anything that come over to land on this surface, they can, just reach out with a snaky little tongue and get them. So anyway, I wanted to check on this with you, and I wanted to show you that whenever I lift these, you can see there just went a worm, and they seem to come up here at night and or during the day, and they like to sit up underneath this plastic. There's a cocoon, and I'll try to bury them afterwards. Let's see how we go here. You can see the worms just coming up. That's pretty dry, pretty crumbly. Like I said, it's been 2 weeks, and it's been 2 weeks since the hurricane, and we had sprinkles, but in the hurricane we had 12 inches of rain over here, and after that was pretty, well, I won't say we've had none, but we have not had much. And so I want to this was where I fed that big banana split, which was really just a banana that I split, and ooh, lots of worms. And I had moringa. Come on, wormies. Oh yeah. Lots of worms. There's nothing here. I had that banana split was all stuffed with food. But I don't see any of the food. None of it. Whoa. Wow. Would have thought I would have seen, well, some remnants, I guess. Where was that? Where were the worms? And there was a little bit, oh, here it is. This is a little bit of the moringa, the stems. You can see tiny bits that are still left, but I wouldn't call that really a food item. I think and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. But it's very dry. Now see, you could sift this, I would think. But it actually, to me, still looks like, well, actually I take it back. I was going to say it looked like Miracle Grow, but I've been working on this for, 8 months? Beautiful day here. It's supposed to go up to almost 90. And but our humidity is just starting to break. You know, I mean, we have humidity for about 4 months that goes between 80 and 90% in the mornings. And I just want to dig all this out. Ooh, what is that? Oh, more moringa. Okay. And it's hot. You know, I mean, it's... People will come to Florida and they go, how do you stand this? How do you take this all year? Well, I suppose if I had 12 months of it, I wouldn't take it. But I don't see as many worms over here. I don't see any worms over here. So I really want to give this a good feeding. Oy, it's a little sticky. Wouldn't it be nice if everybody raised worms? Everybody. Whether it was just a little shoebox, where they had their little pet worms. I know you guys think I'm silly, but I like having these worms. I think they're fun. Okay, so what are we going to do? Okay, well, first of all, let's make a little trench for them, because they seem to like this little trench idea. Ooh, trench. And I have a little bit of cardboard, because I kind of wanted to add some bulk to it. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit of cardboard. That looks good. And to that, I'm going to add, this is worm tea that I was using for something else. And then we're going to give them another banana split on our Disney plate. But this is a banana split, and it's got, this banana split has mashed bananas in it. So it's like hot fudge sundae with hot fudge and then more hot fudge. So this should really get them. And we'll sink that in there. It's still thawing, so I ought to provide a nice cool spot for them. I'm going to give them a little bit of coffee grounds. Well, that'll be a food. This will be a food. That'll be a food. Everything's a food. And then this is actually, I'm making corned beef and cabbage for dinner. And this is the cabbage and banana peels. And they've been put in the NutriBullet and made into a mash. And I didn't freeze it. Yikes. Amazing what we see on our plate and then what it could really turn into. Yikes. Ay, ay, ay. So they're getting all of this mush, and that's nice and wet. And then going to give them some moringa powder for their little vitamins and protein. And then we're going to give them some food, which is cornmeal, ground oatmeal, and this actually has some eggshell in it. I don't want to give them a lot because it gets kind of rubbery. And then, and the reason we're doing that is that because this is food on food on food, and now we're going to give it something to aid in their digestion. It's ground eggshell, and it helps because they don't have a stomach, they have a gizzard. And so it's like rubbing two stones together and you're grinding stuff up. And let's see if we can add anything else. We have a little bit more, oops, I'm sorry. We have a little bit more coffee grounds, so what the heck, why not? I mean, I think you could I'd love to do an experiment where it was just coffee grounds and eggshells. I wonder how they would survive with that. And I believe that's it. And so now we're going to cover this over. And there's already worms over there. And I can see worms sitting on the top, and I can see this is some nice sized cocoons. I don't know if you can see that. That's a pretty decent sized cocoon in comparison with, my hands are dirty, I'm sorry. Can you see that? How one is about twice the size of the other one? Lovely. Just lovely. And then we're going to give it a good spray. I didn't realize how dry this had gotten. I should have been out here. Tell me what you guys think. Do you keep your worm bins more moist than this? This is kind of a bigger area. I don't want to drown anyone, but I think with the frozen food will of course turn into liquid. I mean, I have no doubt that once that's room temperature, it's going to be mush mush. Okay, and that's it. And then I'll add back, that was the rest of the worm tea. So that should really help with them. Come on, guys. They're like, wait. Oh, look. There's a little worm, and there's a cocoon right with them. Do you see that? If I were a little kid, I would really be excited about this. Instead, I'm a big kid, and I'm really excited about it. So, anyway, I'd really love to see enjoy seeing the population increase. This is the one that I forgot about at one point, and I think I was down to just, I don't know, a few worms. I didn't see anybody, and then I started feeding it again, and it's like, poof! The population can really, to me, that I'm amazed at how you can go from 50 worms to, 150 in what seems like a blink of an eye. It might be a month, but I mean, how incredible to go from that to triple to triple to triple, and at the end of the year what you could actually have. So anyway, that was it. I hope everybody has a great day, and that you'll come back and follow along and see what we do next. So take care, everyone, and have a great day, and see you all real soon. Bye bye.